The Gauteng Transport Department has ramped up its efforts to tackle taxi violence. MEC Jacob Mamabolo has announced retired Judge Jeremiah Shongwe as the head of the Gauteng Public Transport Arbitration Office. The office will be responsible for mediation of disputes, and we are joined now by the retired judge, Mr. Jeremiah Shongwe, to outline what his scope of work is and main priorities, I guess, for this newly established office. Thank you very much, sir, for availing yourself this morning. Congratulations coming out of retirement. How does that feel, and what's that transition feeling like for you?
Well, it's nostalgic in the sense that one is doing nothing, and now that you start to do some work, so it reminds me of my days when I was still at work, and it's encouraging.
Sure. Let's talk about the work or the mandate of this newly established office and what exactly you'll be doing.
Well, if you remember, we had a commission inquiring into the causes of taxi violence. I happen to have chaired that committee at that commission, and we made findings as well as recommendations as to how this violence could be tackled. So, amongst other things, we made a recommendation that there are problems with regard to allocation of routes to the taxi operators, and it appeared that that is a main cause of the dispute. So an arbitration office was recommended that it be formed in order to deal with the challenges that they find in allocating the routes.
On that finding of a challenge or a problem in allocating routes, currently as it stands, maybe just put us in the picture in terms of the taxi industry and who actually allocates the routes.
Well, the Department of Transport, Road and Transport in Gauteng, allocates the routes. It allocates the routes to taxi associations, and they then arrange on their own as to who will drive on that route, the members of that particular association. So the challenge arises when one taxi association encroaches into the routes of another taxi association. And obviously there's going to be a conflict and a dispute, and in some instances this can run up to a confrontation and killing of people. Just
in trying to understand how effective the office will be, especially in terms of there's already a system that runs itself, with also the associations that you speak of in the taxi industry. So from the work that you did on the report that has since been made public, I mean, what were some of the challenges in trying to get the information, and people, were they, voluntary in giving the information and participating in the process?
Yes, in fact, everybody was invited, particularly members of taxi associations. They were invited, and they voluntarily came to give evidence because they know the industry better, and we had to hear what they are saying and make findings and then make recommendations. So what happened was there are so many taxi associations, and they all came, and we couldn't cover each and every person because the commission had a limited period. They all came, and we heard their stories, and we then made those recommendations. Amongst others, as I said, was to resolve the question of routes, allocation of routes.
Are they in support, the taxi associations, that is, of the work that you'll be doing?
Very much so. They are in support, and they came in droves to inform us what the challenges were, and they also supported the question of having an office to deal with the challenges in the form of arbitration. In arbitration, what happens is those who have complaints will then file their complaints with the registrar of the arbitration, and there has to be an agreement, because arbitration is unlike a mediation. there has to be an agreement between the parties that the matter will be taken to arbitration. The arbitrator will then resolve the issues after hearing their dispute as to what type of dispute it is, and then issue an award which will be final and binding. However, if they wish to take it on review, they may do so, take it to a high court to have it reviewed if they are unhappy with the award.
Right.